Today I am working on LILSIMSIE'S newest shell challenge. I think she called it her fish shell challenge. She built it on stream a few weeks ago. I'll make sure to link the original video on her second channel, and she also put it on her main channel as well, so I'll make sure to link her videos. But yeah, so we are building this shell, and let me tell you, this was so incredibly frustrating. I have not done very many shell challenges. Fun fact, the house over there on the left-hand side of this one, that's actually one of LILSIMSIE'S shells that she did. I don't know when. But anyways, this shell was so frustrating because there was this diagonal wall on the inside, and it was making my life terrible. Whenever I first started this is actually the second build I was doing with this shell. I started thinking I was going to just do something really super modern like the house next door, if you can kind of glimpse it as it's speeding by. So I was like, oh, I'll just do something modern that'll make it easier because I don't have to worry about stupid roof lines. I can just do something flat because I don't like roofing. I'm not great at it. But it was not working because of that diagonal wall on the inside. So I gave up on that and was like, these walls look really weird and quirky. I feel like a quirky Gothic Victorian style home would probably really fit the vibe. And I had just bought the paranormal stuff pack. So I was like, let's do a haunted house. So that's where this comes along. And I actually really like the way the roof line turned out. And I'm not great at roofs, so I think this is probably one of my favorite roofs I've ever done. And I know it's a little bit chunky on some parts. Like, there's a lot happening up there with a bunch of crossover between the roof lines. But I just really liked it. I like the way it looks from the front with all the pretty peaks like that. And as you see right now, there's 3 main peaks in the front. So that actually ends up being the back of the house. We'll see me flip it in a minute. And I was really sad about that because I really liked that side of the house more. But once again, that stupid diagonal wall was in my way. Yeah, so that was not fun. Kind of sad about that. But I chose to use the Realm of Magic door because I don't think I've ever used that door before. And I thought it kind of suited the spooky, haunted type vibe. So I went with that. And then I think those were vampire fences around the house. And on the inside, that's vampire archways, which I really liked. And at this point, this is the point where I decided the back was going to be the front. So that little tiny rectangular room that I built, that's the foyer. And then I thought whenever you enter on your left-hand side, that room that I just built, I thought that could be like a formal seating room. It doesn't work out that way, and we'll see in a minute why. So I built out those diagonal walls to finish that, made that a hallway because I thought that would work best to kind of section off these really weird spaces because they were awful. They were so awkward and I hated it. And I thought this one would be a bathroom right there, the little 3x1 room. Yeah, that's 3x1. Thought that would be a bathroom. That did not end up working out. So that changes in a minute. Now right here, I'm working on what I wanted to be the formal sitting room. And that fireplace wouldn't fit, so I kind of gave up on that idea and rotated the door to be on a different wall so that it would be the formal dining room off the kitchen. And I think that worked out better, so there were less chunky doorways in that little tiny hall space right there. Now at this point, this is the finalized floor plan, and that's what it's going to look like on the bottom, which I sped through that super quick. So yeah, this is what it's going to look like on the bottom. We've got our living room on the right, kitchen off the back, dining room to the left. And now the upstairs floor plan for the bedrooms took like 2 seconds. I'm not even kidding. I did this in the first try, and it was so frustrating because the bottom floor plan took so long. This build took 6 hours, and I bet there was probably at least an hour or 2 spent on the outside figuring out the roof lines and the floor plan for downstairs. So this ends up being a 3-bedroom, technically 3-bathroom, 2.5 bathroom house. And I really liked how it turned out. So I'm using this paranormal flooring, and I really liked it. I like the really pretty sheen on certain angles. You could see like the purpley green. I like that a lot. And I hadn't used this floor since I just got the pack, so I wanted to use it in this build. Then I'm using the Realm of Magic counters. That's what those are called. I'm using the Realm of Magic counters because I thought they also kind of fit the vibe. And at this point in the build, I'm still thinking it was going to be a little bit more on the spooky side because I was thinking like, let's do a scary haunted house. That goes away as soon as I see this wallpaper. I was like, oh my god, this wallpaper is gorgeous. So I had to use the wallpaper in the build, and I was like, okay, it's fine. It doesn't have to be a scary, spooky haunted house because this wallpaper doesn't scream scary to me. So I gave up and was like, we'll do something pretty. And I really like the rocking chair from, I think, Nifty Knitting, because rocking chairs, creepy. So I threw that in right there. It'll end up moving. These little entryway tables are also from the Paranormal Stuff pack, if I'm not mistaken. And I loved the contrast of the red with that wallpaper. It was just beautiful. Oh my goodness. Also, I cut over me laying out some of this furniture. A lot of it was just trying to figure out the placement, so you're not really missing too much because a lot of it ends up changing, except for like that couch and the carpet right there. So there was a lot of moving around, and since this was a 6-hour long video, I had to cut out a lot of stuff to condense it to something that's not ridiculous, because I'm not going to sit here and watch, a 1 hour long speed build. Actually, technically it would have been 2 hours, because I did ×3 speed at first, and 6 hours ×3 speed, that's 2 hours. No, I was like, oh my God. So it's okay though, because it was definitely worth it. So right here, I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to put on the wall. So I went through these 3 paintings, and I really like the spooky house on the front. So that's what I went with. I really like the swatch with the wall color, so that worked out. Now, this master bedroom, oh my God, I can't wait for you to see it, because I love that master bedroom. Oh my word. So I wanted to kind of break apart the different rooms by giving them different color wallpapers. That bathroom and that second bedroom did get the same wallpaper, but I really like that wallpaper in the bathroom and the second bedroom, so I just kind of rolled with it. I just really liked using a bunch of different swatches of this wallpaper because, as I said, this wallpaper is beautiful. Also, as you may or may not have noticed, I'm missing windows. There's one like right there behind that plant. I realized several hours into building this that I forgot to put windows. Like, as I said, there's one right there and there's one in the kitchen, but those were kind of placeholder to figure out what I was doing and what windows I actually wanted. There's no other windows in here except for maybe 1 or 2. We'll see me fix that later, but that was stressful whenever I realized that I had possibly messed up a little bit. So some artwork on the walls kind of got changed around a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. So here, I moved that couch to the foyer because I didn't really like those 2 couches together. I didn't think it really made sense. I just had placed it there originally to kind of fill the layout of the room, but I did want to keep it, so I just moved it over. And then here I'm going through all the different swatches, seeing what really fits the vibe. And I really like this. I think the flow of it felt pretty good for that tiny living room, because it is pretty cramped, because I wanted that fireplace behind, because there was that really weird nook that I don't know. I wanted something in that nook, and I wanted a fireplace because I feel like this type of house has to have a fireplace. And then I did this like custom media stand for the TV. Going back and looking at this, honestly, I think I would change it. I don't really like how chunky it is for that small of a living room, so I think I would change it to be something different, but it's fine, because I think it still looks good. It's just, I think it could have been better. And here I use the, what pack is it? Laundry Day. I think it's Laundry Day. Laundry Day? Is that the name? The laundry pack. I used those rugs because I thought they were really cute, kind of eclectic feeling, because I wanted this place to feel pretty eclectic. So that's why I chose those, and the swatches I thought kind of tied in the colors pretty nicely. And this shelf I also really liked above that chair, couch, sofa, love seat. I like that shelf above the love seat, so that's why that went there. And then the grid will turn off in a second, don't worry. I think I just saved my game, so the grid just turns on automatically. Right here I'm contemplating swatch colors, because I'm like, oh, does this gold look kind of nice? And I was like, so I change it. That's why there's like multiple swatches all over the kitchen, is because I'm trying to figure out which one actually looks the best and fits the vibe the best. I think I choose the gray tile countertop. We'll see me change it in a minute. So the layout of this kitchen is kind of weird, but I think it also suits the house, because I wanted it to feel kind of like a weird, quirky house, because since the outside is kind of crazy looking with all the like cutouts and notches in it. So I thought the weird kitchen kind of fit it, and it's a pretty big kitchen with a huge island, plenty of room. So I don't think it's terrible. So I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. At first I was getting pretty frustrated because earlier in the build I had forgot to include the back door, and that was kind of frustrating because I wanted the counters to like wrap around that wall, and then I had to change it and readjust it and flip it to the other side, and so yeah, that was a mess. So now this master bedroom is probably one of my favorite bedrooms I have ever made. The red and the yellow, or burgundy, maroon, whatever color that is, and the yellow, just, I love it. And that bed, I actually put that bed there as a placeholder just to kind of see what I liked or to see where things fit. Oh, there's the windows. I added them at that point. So anyways, I wanted to put that bed there just as a placeholder to kind of figure out where I wanted furniture. And I changed the swatches, and I just really like that yellow swatch with the really pretty yellow end tables, which also were from Paranormal, if I'm not mistaken. At this point, I'm just looking through the Blooming Rooms kit to see what flowers I like the most, because I had also just got that pack. And I just really wanted to use this little light because it was so cute. And I was like, I'll just put it in this awkward corner right here. So let's see. What are we doing now? Oh, curtains. Yes. So I almost forgot curtains. I decided on these simple base game ones because I actually went through a bunch of them. And I felt like these fit the vibe the best. So I went with that. And the yellow swatch I thought looked pretty good with the blue. So that's what we went with. And I just put that pretty much all over the house. I think everywhere downstairs has those matching curtains. And then this little hanging leaf plant that was part of, I think, the Blooming Rooms. Was that? I think it's that one. Anyways, I put that plant in almost every single room because it is beautiful. I think it was Blooming Rooms. Anyways, I thought it was really pretty, so it had to go in most of the rooms. Right here, I'm just adding some clutter because, I don't know, clutter in The Sims, I feel like really helps bring realism to the game, if that makes sense, which you probably know if you like to build or watch people build. And right here, that's what I'm doing. I'm cluttering up this kitchen island. I moved the island out of the way so that I could customize where the clutter was because it was pretty annoying. Oh, I just replayed that twice. Interesting. Anyways, the clutter was annoying, like where it was snapping, so I just wanted to put it where I wanted to put it. And then I found these radiators while I was working on the counters because I like looking through all of the different decoration objects. And I found these little radiators from the Vampires pack, and oh my god, they fit so perfect. And I was like, those have to go in here. I think I forgot to put them upstairs, but that's fine. They're downstairs. I thought they fit though, and I really liked it. And these lights from Get Together, really like those over the vampire lights because these are a little bit simpler and not as, I don't know, heavy and spooky feeling. And at this point, you know, we established that I wanted something a little bit less spooky, a little bit more eclectic and fun haunted house, kind of like the whole Paranormal pack vibe. So at this point, still just messing with this clutter, trying to get it perfect. And then for the top cabinets, I actually ended up using the cottage living ones. I don't know why these in particular. I can't remember. I tried doing, I know why, because there's not top cabinets for Realm of Magic, from what I can recall. We can look at this at the bottom of the screen. No, I don't see any. So I think that's why I chose to do these. And I tried doing the vampire ones originally. I pretty much tried all those cabinets down there, and I tried a bunch of different colors because I thought two-tone cabinets might be fun, but I didn't really like that, so I just went with black uppers. And I really also love that the cottage living ones have so much differentiation between each swatch, or not each swatch, each option. Yeah, I guess that'd be it. Each option for the upper counter, the cabinet. Because, you know, you have some that's open with plates, without plates. I just really love that. I think it adds a little bit more realism to the kitchen. So here I'm just throwing in some rugs. We're pretty much almost done with the bottom floor, if I'm not mistaken at this point. I think I'm just doing some finishing touches. Almost forgot that trash can, and I thought in that corner it was a little bit tight. So I was like, this seems like a good enough place to hide it. I think your Sims can use it. Oh, I changed the light in here as well because I found it later on. I was like, I want this light. So I put that in there, and then I was changing the camera angle to see if it fit or if it was like hanging on the table. So that's pretty much decorated. Oh, I came across this light. I do that a lot. I go through things, and then I'm looking through lists, and then I come across something I like, and I throw it in a room where I want it. So right here, I'm just changing up the lights for these rooms. Now, those weird beds and like the floors aren't there. That's because I threw those beds down as placeholders. Same thing with this one, which I actually ended up keeping, but it was more so just there to know, okay, this is a bedroom. This is where I want to put the bed. This room I actually ended up really liking, little tub room. I really wanted tiles in there because I think it makes the most sense to have tiles in the bathroom. I don't know, it just seems more practical than wallpaper. Although I don't have tile in any of my bathrooms. I think in The Sims it just looks really good though. So yeah, I put those tiles in there. I have it broken up, and I think it looks really good being broken up from the main bathroom. Oh, and let's talk about the bathroom again, even though I'm not even looking in that room. But since it's all going so quickly because, like I said, this build took 6 hours and I was not going to make this video that long. So in the bathroom, I built a custom vanity with the the cottage living island piece, and then the two round, what's it called? The two round island pieces. And oh my goodness, if we go back in there, we'll take a look at that again. But I really loved how that turned out because it was a custom piece and it looked better than just having a singular counter or two counters side by side. I just really liked the way it looked. So right here, I'm just trying out different furniture for this room, trying to figure out which I guess dresser fits best. It was a little bit difficult to find out what I wanted, so I decided on this Realm of Magic one in the black swatch because it matched. Oh, I just realized if I use that, do they have end tables I could have used? I don't know. I probably could have used end tables for that room if they had any. Now, I decided on this dresser for this room because I like that the green matched the green, matched the green from the paranormal stuff pack on that desk. That's a desk. Couldn't remember what that was called. So I just added in some more plants just to make the room a little bit more cozy, and I added in that rug, I believe from Get Famous. It's the well-traveled, well-worn rug or something. Now I'm just throwing in a mirror because I almost forgot that, and those are always such good clutter objects for bedrooms that I forget about. And now we're working on the master bathroom. I once again went back to the cottage living counters. I felt like they fit pretty well with the vibe, and I really loved that yellow swatch with the wallpaper, like the yellow in that with the wallpaper. I don't know, my brain just blanked really bad right there, but I thought the yellows looked really good together, and I really wanted tile in there, so I decided on that. Is this technically linoleum? I don't know, it's a game, so it's all pixels, whatever. I decided on this really cool tile, and I wanted to build custom curtains going to the bathtub area because I didn't like how the tile met up against the wallpaper. It just looks awkward and weird. So I actually did a custom curtain situation by building a wall, putting the curtains and destroying the wall. I actually got that idea from James Turner in one of his builds. I don't know if he's done it more than once. He probably has. It's in one of his university renos of one of those dorm rooms. I really liked it, so I took it. Now with this room, okay, this is my second favorite bedroom. I am obsessed with how this came out because the blue and that orange, oh my god. I usually hate this bed that I chose to use. I think it's like the Kindermaid base game little kids bed, but I liked that orange swatch. I've never used that orange swatch, but with that wallpaper, oh my goodness, it was so beautiful. And then that's also base game curtains I used. I like that one side was tied up and the other side wasn't. And the orange swatch also just looked great together. And at this point, I'm just adding in some clutter because it's a kid's room. I wanted it to be kind of messy. Forgot to add clutter in this bedroom, so I flew back over there and did that. And then there's this one specific piece of clutter that I know I'm looking for. I threw that down there just because. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. So I recently came across this. Actually, no, yeah, it wasn't this build. It was my previous build. I came across this object from Parenthood, this clutter object, and I love it because it fits in a kid's room so perfect because kids are messy. At least, I don't know. I was like this. My siblings are like this. I'm kind of still like this sometimes. I just throw my crap on the floor, but that's fine. So there goes that plant again. Loved it. I also really liked how that paranormal chair, that's the packets from Paranormal. I really liked how that chair was kind of matchy with the wallpaper, but in a good way because the yellow pillow, I feel like broke it up. So I really loved how that turned out. And then I wanted posters all over the walls because kids' room, I thought that fit really well with the vibe. So that's why I did that, kind of spread those out, made a nice, not collage wall. I don't know, what do you call it? So that's the vanity I was talking about. So it's just an island with two round pieces against the wall and then the sink on the middle island piece. And I loved how that turned out. So this is the finished product mostly. Actually right here, I just moved it to the vampire world. I think it's Forgotten Hollow or something. I don't know. I don't play in that world. I forgot the name of it right now. So it's the vampire world. All the plants you see, I completely skipped that part because it was me digging through debug for probably 30 minutes straight. So I was just finding stuff I liked in debug, and I loved the light post on the ground, so I had to keep that. I loved it. And if you didn't notice, the other light post that I chose does not match. I looked and looked for a matching lamp post, and I eventually fixed it because I found it. But at first I didn't have it, so that's why that's there. I just wanted to address that. And I ended up really liking that Realm of Magic little decoration, wall decoration. I don't know what to call that. I really liked how that looked though. And then I, of course, added a bunch of creepy vines all over the walls. These are from the vampire pack. And I just really liked how they fit. I really blended the vibe of, or at least I feel like I blended the vibe of vampire paranormal stuff. So that was really fun. I love the vines. I'm sorry, I tried a pond. I hated it. It looked awful. I kept it in the video just so you could see. I'm curious, what do you think? How bad did that pond look? I thought it looked weird. It didn't feel organic to me. That was my biggest thing because, I don't know. I thought maybe a moat pond vibe would be kind of fun, but it was just really awkward feeling, I think. So I just threw in some more trees because I didn't want this to look like a really pretty manicured lawn, which is normally what I try to do. So I was like, let's just throw in a bunch of trees and make it feel pretty creepy. So that's what I did. Threw in the trees, and I really wanted the overgrown looking table from Romantic Garden stuff because I thought it fit. Just the moss all over it was really nice. Then here I am doing the terrain paint to kind of wear down the terrain. And then right there, if you look in the back, there were some tombstones that I actually found in debug from the vampire pack, specifically that debug. They had some gravestones, so I just kind of planted those underneath some trees because I thought that was kind of fun. And at this point, I darkened the lighting so that I could see the lights and make sure it was kind of evenly dispersed and that I had enough lighting outside. I just loved how it looked at night. So right here, this is the finished build. And if you notice, there's actually a lamppost right here in the left side of the screen. I saw that and I was like, oh, I have to find it. So anyways, now I'm looking over the main build. Here we have our living room, nice and cozy. And there was a little sneaky half bath right there. I hate how squeezed it is, but I didn't really have much of an option because I refused to do anything else with that room. Kitchen looks awesome. Now we're going to go up the stairs, I think. Yeah, we're going up the stairs. And then we have our little landing and hallway up here. I used the vampire rug in the hallway because I thought it looked really good. That swatch did. Oh, here's a first-person view of the master bedroom because, once again, so obsessed with that. I ended up sizing down the light off screen because that light, I feel like you would just get up out of bed and hit it, and I don't think you want candles in your face. So I did size that down. I got a ton of first-person footage of this bedroom because I loved it. And then that is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is available for download in the gallery. My username is Ashley Cherie, just like my channel, Ashley Cherie YT. Make sure to put that YT. Yeah, you can download this now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching.